So what are we talking about today?
Yeah, let's talk about, well, I was going to say let's talk about the Dragonfly, but more specifically, Lorelai and Sookie.
Yeah.
We've touched on their friendship a bit, but
a little.
Never really focused in on it.
No, not as much. We talked about Rory as a friend. We've talked a lot about, Lorelai as a mother, as a partner, but not as much in her friendship role.
Yeah. So, part of this too was that we wanted to dig in on Sookie a bit more.
Yeah, that's where this came from. We were thinking about Sookie's storylines and how a lot of them revolve around motherhood, pregnancy, her
and
relationship,
marriage.
to Jackson. Yes, we get her in a work environment. We do get a lot about her career, but her more in-depth storylines tend to be centered on family and relationships.
They are.
So we were having a hard time finding like an angle for her.
Yeah, I wish they'd given her more outside of those spheres.
Yeah.
Like she could have had some really funny storylines at work. I would have loved to see like a competition with another chef or something like that.
Yeah.
Like when she got that what she thought was a mediocre review.
Yes.
That was really interesting.
Yep.
More stuff like that.
Yep. She could carry it. So yeah, we decided to look at this relationship. And the other thing when we were talking about Sookie and angles for Sookie was I went on Reddit and I found out that a lot of people do not like Sookie.
What?
Like there are so many threads about how Sookie is the worst, how she's a terrible friend, how she's narcissistic. There was a lot.
Wow.
I know. This is when I feel like people lose sight of the comedy of the show.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, she's meant to be funny.
Right.
And sometimes we have to take things at how they're presented to us. And I say that as someone who spends a lot of time digging into the show.
Yes, you do.
Sometimes we need to just take it at face value and be like, that's funny. Thank you for that comedy. Or thank you for whatever it is she's giving to us. Because it's not always just comedy. She has a lot more depth than that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think people take her like too seriously.
Yeah.
And the writing too seriously.
Right. Well, maybe we might have to dig in on that, Jack.
Yeah. So we're going chronologically here. We're talking about Lorelai and Sookie and their dream for the Dragonfly and how they go through the process of opening the Dragonfly Inn.
Yeah. And how you do that as best friends.
And how does this affect their relationship? How do they work through conflict? We want to look at all of those fun things.
Totally. So should we start at the beginning with how this whole plan was hatched?
Yeah.
Have you thought about this, Jackie? This was a preview of a bonus episode for our paid subscribers. If you'd like to access the full episode, join us on patreon.com/Gabbing Gilmore.